All right, so we do have the rain and the gusty conditions, kind of a spooky day, I guess, for this Halloween weekend across the mid-Atlantic coast.
And one person who's experienced that more than others. Mike Seidel joins us live in Indianapolis, which faces the threat for flooding once again today. Mike, they need a break.
And Reynolds, just a correction with all due respect, we're not in Indianapolis, we're in Annapolis.
But it's Annapolis. It's been a long morning. It's been a long morning. What was in that coffee?
One of those
Sakes.
It's all good.
Goodness gracious.
It's all good.
Sakes alive.
Some mornings I don't know where I am. Most mornings I don't know where I am. But I am in Annapolis again this morning, and the water has receded for now as the tide has gone down. Now, yesterday, if you were watching, where I was standing was underwater. All of this over here was underwater. You can see where the debris, up to about where the line of cars is here downtown, right at Ego Harbor. So the water has come down about 2 feet. It peaked overnight with a high tide at 4.9 feet. That's the fourth highest on record. But we're not out of the woods yet. Let me take you back to yesterday and show you the water, courtesy of our friends at WRC in Washington. And you can see the flooding. We had this one Jeep that was parked overnight and had water up to the tires. They had to get that out of the way. But most everybody else stayed away from the water. And they still have a bunch of streets closed. And with the one-way streets down here, sometimes if you miss a turn and a road's blocked, you have to take a long trip around to get back to where you want to be. Also yesterday, we did get some heavy rainfall, but it occurred around dinner time. We had, as the front came through, we had some very heavy rain. By that point, though, the winds were calm, but certainly a lot of street flooding, localized flash flooding, and we had that flash flood watch till 6. Now, that's dropped. The wind advisory's dropped, but we still have a coastal flood warning and advisories over on the ocean side. On the bay side, you can see the darker color. That's the coastal flood warning because the winds are still blowing up the bay. From the south and southwest, just check Thomas Point Light, and the gusts there are running 20 to 25 miles an hour. Until the wind shifts more offshore, west to northwest, tonight into Sunday, this water is still going to come back up. Not as high as last night and overnight, but we have another high tide at 1:05 p.m., and we're expecting the water to come up to about 4.2 or 4.3 feet. To put it in perspective right now, it's at just over 3 feet, Reynolds. So it's going to come up about another foot or change. So where I'm standing, we'll go back underwater again. And again, these businesses, these restaurants have sandbagged. This is Stevens Restaurant, Mission Barbecue, and looking inside,
wow,
there's a little bit of water on the floor, but it's a concrete floor. They're okay. I'm not certain about some of these businesses. They obviously have more water indoors. Reynolds?
Okay, Mike, great storytelling and a bad situation. My goodness. Thanks so much, Mike. Well,